Welcome to the Writer's Corner, and in this upcoming series, we'll be going through our recommendations, our shows, movies, and other media like video games, books, and graphic novels, and so much more.
Enjoy the writers discussing our recommendations, and we hope that all of you guys check out these recommendations for yourselves.
Each video we will be discussing a specific genre, and we will be saying live action and animated works.
And we hope you have fun watching and learning some shows that will interest you. Now on to the video. Here are the rules.
We can put both animated and live action stuff together and not its separate things. Same with musicals, cartoons, family movies, foreign movies, and video games.
It has to be the main genre of the movie or show, like if it's shown as an action, then it's under action.
And we can't mention too much of a movie or a show if it's already previously discussed. You can only mention it.
Now on to the video. So I have only one, and it's called Marimashita Iruma-kun, or Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, which is basically it's not an isekai. So it's about this kid named Iruma. His parents sold his soul to the devil. Now he's become a devil's grandson, and so he's going to like a demon school for demons, and he has to try and hide the fact that he's a human despite literally looking like a human. And so he goes through his school life trying to like figure out how to like blend in, not stand out too much, but then every time he tries that, he's ending up standing out more than he should be. But then he makes a lot of friends along the way, also a bunch of love interests and all that. And it's one of those like shows that are really like, people don't talk about it as much because it's not, they say, oh, it's kind of too bland, but like it's not really bland, it's interesting. At least, yes, it's like the spin-off, like, oh yes, I got adopted by a rich person, and now I'm going to this this like rich school, but you know, but you're in the underworld and you're in hell. So yeah, he goes to a human going to a demon school.
Yeah, that changes things up a bit.
Yeah, and it's also funny. So, and there's a lot of hijinks where like demons are like challenging Iruma to a battle, but then like for some reason Iruma keeps winning even though he really doesn't mean to. And it's great. It's great. As the show goes on, he slowly starts to really like his home in the human world. He wasn't treated well. His parents kept ditching him, putting responsibilities on him, and he ends up paying for a lot of his parents' debt. You know, the terrible parent trope. He literally has nothing else for him back home in Earth, so he wants to make ssure that he's able to stay like in the underworld with his friends, even though they have no idea that he's a human.
Interesting. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's an interesting show.
Anything else?
Yep, that's all on my list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I guess I'm the only one with the with the big list here. So oh my gosh, what have we done? I have like three series left. So there's the next one I recommend is Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Oh yes, Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Yeah, it's a isekai where a bookworm girl gets killed by getting flattened by all of her books. And so she is born in a world with no books. And so, yeah, she's very, when she first woke up in a new body, she was freaking out of where her books are. And she's really sad. And she's...
Priorities.
Yeah.
I died, but where are my books?
Yeah, she got reborn. Well, she didn't get reincarnated. She more like woke up in a new body, in a child's body, because in her previous life she was already an older woman. It's just that
and the spirit of like the child that she inherited, also her spirit died, and so that's how she like
died.
Yeah.
And then but the sad thing is that despite the spirit of the kid being gone, she got inherited the sickness that girl left behind. So she's also sick with whatever sickness that girl had. But yeah, despite her sickness, her motivation is just to make a book of her own. And along the way, she started inventing things. And then her family is there. Like, you actually get to know her family, her new family. They're really sweet people.
Yeah, they're especially
really
the dad especially.
Yeah, the dad is a great character. He's very protective of her. He's loving, and he loves his family so much.
Yeah.
And then he gets jealous when another parental figure comes along.
He tries to
being
steal
a
his
dad.
daughter.
I was like, how dare you be a better dad than me?
I'm the biological father.
Yeah, and then the girl, she since she wants to make her own book, she asks to learn the language of that place.
Yeah, like how to write and stuff.
Yeah, how to read and write, and yeah, and the only people who could read and write is the guards. And the people who are involved with the royal family. Only rich people can read and write, which is so sad. Yeah, and then books are rare. And then apparently books are so rare that only the rich people can have them. No commoners or anything. Yeah, which is annoying. Yeah, like I said, she invented a bunch of stuff. Like, she even created hairpins and sold it to a merchant. And apparently being a merchant is not a very good business thingy for people because in that world, because apparently when you grow up in a family, you have to inherit the business type thing that your family is already running. Like,
you have to take on their trade.
Yeah, you have to take it on their trade. Like, the mother, she is a basket weaver or something. Is she a basket weaver or is she? I forgot. But anyway, yeah, it's just that they had to do basket weaving. The girl decided to do other things other than just baskets. She even invented hair clips, and she even invented shampoo. And then what was it? It's crazy, when she first showed up in that world, nobody took a bath. Nobody was bathing. And then so she was like, how do you make shampoo? And then she pretty much introduced bathing to her family and sold it. Yeah, you get to watch that. It's really interesting. You also get to learn the world. It's pretty cool. And how it works. And she even like has a best friend. He's like a boy next door, and he assumed the little girl is the girl that he knew when he was a child, or well, as now. I recommend it. I think there's like a second season this thing.
Yeah, there's a second season.
Yeah, I recommend it. I don't want to spoil anymore.
Alright.
I recommend The Little Mermaid, the book, not the movie.
Do you mean the Hans Christian Andersen story?
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. It's a lot darker than the Disney one, that's for sure.
I
The one where she
recommend
turns
that
into foam, right?
Yeah.
Or also a spirit.
Oh yeah.
Apparently.
Neither of them.
Yeah, there's different versions of the story. I think the original one is the foam. Yeah, it's a very sad story. It's about unrequited love.
Yeah, it's like the tragedy of getting friend zoned, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tragic. Like
I'm pretty
she
sure she was
saves
supposed
the
to kill.
prince
She was
and
gonna
stuff.
kill the prince, right?
Yeah, but she didn't want to. She just
Yeah, it was like her.
bring herself
It was
to.
her. It was her second chance that if the prince didn't fall in love with her, she could still go back to being a mermaid at least if she killed him. But she still cared for him and couldn't bring herself to kill her friend.
I remember that book. That's who. The original really traumatized me. Actually, now that I think about it, it really affected my view of love. So
It affected my
It's
view
so
of-
sad.
it's
Yeah.
pretty much,
Damn.
is pretty much
The earliest
painful,
version
but
of
I
being
still
friend
recommend it.
zoned.
Oh yeah, friend zones are also just
Just
you just can't. And what else? It's interesting how it explained of what it's like to have legs for her. The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. They might not.
The
be-
Hans Christian Andersen, I recommend. Very sad.
Very sad.
All right, I'll recommend one more thing, and that's the Owls of Ghoul series. Again, like it's similar in tone to like Warriors, and it's about owls this time, obviously. But I mean, they did do a movie on it,
Oh, yeah.
but they like merged the first 3 books together and they changed things.
Wow.
First
That was
3
the only
books?
thing.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, each of the books aren't very long, but there's like the only thing is if somebody's going in to read the series, they're like 20 books.
Wow,
Oh.
20 books.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
being there 20 books. And I don't remember any
Yeah.
of them for some reason.
And like the later plot lines get kind of bizarre too, like kind of strange. So like basically the main character Soren ends up at, he's always dreamed of being a guardian, like a kind of warrior at the Ghoul tree, but it's a lot of people, I think, or a lot of owls, I guess, think it's just like a myth. He does, nobody knows for sure if it's a real place or not. But long story short, after he gets like kidnapped with his brother, he ends up escaping, and then he eventually discovers where the Ghoul tree is and joins the
Guardians.
Like joins the Guardians, joins the band. But his brother becomes evil. Like, his brother goes over to the dark side.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I like that little twist in there where he like has to deal with his brother being a bad guy. And a lot happens because it's 20 books, so new characters come into it later on, and there's like a prince who starts off like an owl prince who starts off as, you think he's going to be evil because he has an evil mom, but then he decides, no, I'm going to be a good person. And yeah, just things like that basically. But it kind of has like, again, supernatural components to it too.
Yeah, I remember watching it, and I liked it, and I'm like, dang, I wish they actually make a second movie. It's like, I kind of wish there was a second movie, so like, better yet, they could make a series. They have 20 books.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Do that?
Yeah. I wish they would do a animated series for Warriors. I know they're talking about it, or at least doing a movie for the first one, but...
A lot of shows that we wish were actually like series or movies.
Yeah. Which they should have done. They totally did that with Watership Down.
Oh yeah, Watership Down. Oh yeah, that one.
That is a dark.
That's a dark series.
I watched that as an adult and went, "Holy crap, this is dark." I don't know if I would have my kid watch it.
It's kid friendly. It's kid friendly in the Netflix thing, and I'm like, what is kid friendly about this? Unless you're watching the original one. Oh my gosh, the original movie, it's 10 times darker than the one in Netflix did.
No, I watched the original. I haven't seen the remake.
The remake, it's less. It's not even. It's like it's for kids apparently. It's weird. I don't understand.
But
yeah.
Like the original has like blood in it. If I
Yeah,
remember
blood
right.
and watching.
There's a bit of blood in the new
rabbits.
one where it's
Yeah.
I'm surprised how popular Watership Down is, despite how dark and messed up.
Well, like it's a good story. It's just very dark for kids. Like it's
because it's
like
basically
yeah.
It's basically written around.
Well, it's like owls. It's like owls escaping from, bunnies, rabbits. It's rabbits escaping from like a dictatorship. So
and like
just
the fact that we're
theme alone is
and
dark.
also the fact that we're ruining the environment for them. So it's like humans are kind of trash sometimes because like we ruin stuff for animals and other places, and
like in Princess Mononoke, where nature is going on a war against humans.
But Twilight, you got one more recommendation.
Yes, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yay!
Yay!
I love
Hopefully
those
I don't
movies.
get cut off. Yeah,
I don't like the
recently watched them.
series. It's
Wait, what?
There's a
which
Netflix series on How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
It's not that good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just recently watched it. I remember watching How to Train Your Dragon 1 on Netflix, and then I've watched number 2 in theaters, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I also watched it on theaters because my friends wanted to watch it. And I'm like, damn it.
I was like, okay, sure. It's a story about a boy named Hiccup who lives in a village, goes to war against dragons. He is a dorky boy who doesn't know how to kill dragons, and he wants to prove himself that he can. But in doing so, he did injure a dragon, but he didn't kill it. So he has to go somewhere to finish the job because when he injured the dragon, everyone mistook him for killing a dragon. So yeah. But when he went to look for the dragon, he started bonding with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really cute. And then he started changing his mind about dragons, and he just kept his secret in the forest and not mention that he befriended a dragon, which is a thing he named. His name's Toothless because he looks like he has no teeth when he's not angry or whatever. And he's like trying to change the mind of his dad, who is the leader of the village. He's just pretty much trying to change the minds of anyone who's afraid of dragons throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
And the third one, he pretty much made a faction on trying to save dragons, but his village is too small now for dragons, and so he has to look for a new place to wherever that is safe from humans that still finds them evil. Yeah. And yeah, that's the third movie. Yeah. But I don't want to spoil any more because that's bad.
Yeah. I remember.
I think I've seen all of them, but only once, so I don't remember a lot. I actually remember more from the third one than from any of the others.
Yeah, because
that's the one I most read.
Yeah. Since I watched it recently, it's pretty fresh in my mind of what happened. I mean, it's just that I'm trying to skip over the ones that are important. Grows up.
He grows a beard. He's more.
Wait, no, what? No, stop. That's the end. No,
he becomes an adult because he is an adult at this point, and I'm like, frick. Wake up as an adult, that's weird.
Yeah, they actually showed him aging throughout them.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
I know that there was I remember this too, the weird Christmas specials. I know that that Hiccup and Astrid are already married at this point, so which is sweet. I'm like, aw, they're married.
I was like, oh, they're married. You know what I like about this series is how they formed the relationship between the two characters. It's like, yeah, sure, they hooked up really awkwardly in the first movie, but
in the second movie,
their relationship functions really different from the type of romance that you always see in movies, which is great.
And it's more normal.
They actually develop it normally. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah,
apparently they wanted to developed the relationship more in the TV series. Apparently,
yeah, they did.
But,
I really like how the build up in between the different steps of their relationship. I also love Astrid's outfit in the second movie with her white fur that she always wears around, and we're like,
oh yeah. And then the characters in the movie, they're funny. I like what's her name? That girl with the long face. She's so annoying.
Rough Nut and Tough Nut. I think that's their names.
Yeah. Wait, which one is
the twins?
Which one is which?
Rough Nut.
Yeah, which one is the girl?
Tough Nut is the boy and Rough Nut's the girl, I think? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, the girl, she's really funny. I like the one in the second movie where she sees the new guy. He's their enemy, but she finds him hot, and he's trying to shoot them down, and she's like, "Ooh,
take me,
take me!" while Annette is being shot at her.
You know what's funny? It's also I think that's also the movie where I think Fish Legs and Snotlout starts fighting over her, which is weird. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, it's so random. Yeah.
And she likes the attention too. She's like, "Yeah, fight over me."
I guess their hormones are starting to kick in.
Even though they're already because
they're literally the only kids, the quote unquote teenagers in the village. So I'm just like,
yep.
Yeah. So they.
Oh yeah. Oh, there is.
I remember in the third book that the short guy started flirting with.
It's okay. It's an ambulance.
Oh, sorry. I can't believe you heard that. Anyway, about the short dude, I forgot his name. He started paying attention to Hiccup's pimp mom.
Snotlout?
No. Yeah, that short dude.
Yeah, Snotlout.
Really? That's his name?
Yeah, Snotlout. They have weird names, I remember. Fish Legs.
This is why I don't remember everyone's name.
Well, the only normal names are Hiccup and Astrid, and Hiccup's supposed to be a name for a baby.
Hiccup.
That's
a normal name?
No, it's like a name you give to a child, and in the movie apparently.
I know, but that doesn't sound like a normal name.
Hiccup. Because, why the heck not?
Yeah, I never thought his name was normal. What are you talking about?
Normal-ish. Normal-ish name.
Hopefully nobody who watched the series went, yeah, I'm gonna name my kid Hiccup after this.
Like
I was
Astrid.
Don't do that.
I was
Oh
like,
my
no.
god.
Yeah, I was like,
Name your child fish legs. Not loud.
oh, man.
Rough
The only
nut,
name
tough
that I
nut.
find cool is Astrid.
Yeah, Astrid's a cool name.
Yeah. And she's actually cool. She's the tough.
She's the only
tough
badass character in this
warrior.
movie. No offense.
Yeah, she kick everyone's butt.
Yeah.
And she's also the muscle of the group.
Yeah.
You know, of the two, I mean.
Mhm.
You know, the couple.
Yeah.
Like, Hiccup's the brains and she's the brawn.
Yeah. Well, she's smart too,
That's
so she's like.
Yeah, she's smart too.
too.
It's just that she's stronger than him.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. We're done with.
Woo, yeah.
Oh my god. it
Wow,
took
holy
forever.
crap.